Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe.
Okay, hi and welcome to the cyriday.co.uk basic user guide to using the Garmin Nuvi 200, 250, 260 or 270, one of the most popular GPS Sat Navs you can buy today. If you've just got one you've taken out of the box, what we're going to be doing is showing you how to use all the basic features, and if you check on the website you'll see that there's also an FAQ as well that goes into some of the questions you might have after you've been using it for a while. Okay, let's first start by looking at the device itself. Obviously you've got your touch screen on the front. On the back, that's the little hole for your mini USB power lead. Now, you can charge this up via your computer, so if you plug it into your USB port on your computer with a mini USB jack, probably like one you got with your digital camera, it will charge up, but you won't be able to use it while you're doing that. It's very important as well, and you'll probably get sort of 2 to 3 hours out of a full charge. It'll probably take 5 to 6 hours to charge up. If you do choose to use it on the battery though, obviously be aware on long journeys you don't want it to go flat while you're using it, so that's why you have the car charger. Now, the car charger plugs into your cigar lighter obviously, and then it simply plugs into the back of the unit like so, and then we're going to put it on the bracket, which we'll do in a second. Always stick with the official Garmin cigar power lead, because other ones can be the wrong voltage and they won't work, and it'll go into charging mode and you'll get that little screen on the bottom. Okay, speaking of the bottom, if you ever got a problem with your Nuvi and for some reason it won't turn on or seems to be misbehaving, in the corner just underneath where my finger is, there's the reset button. You can tap that and that should sort things out. There's also a user reset button, which if you've watched the FAQ video you'll see how to do. On the left hand side you'll see the SD card slot. What you can do with this is, if you put a memory card in there, an SD card from your digital camera that's got some pictures on, there's a nice little picture viewer on as well. Also, if you need to buy upgrade maps, say you bought the Nuvi 200 and want Europe, you tend to install them on the SD card for memory's sake. And round to the top where we have the power switch on the top. Now the way you turn the Nuvi on is you just flick it to the left and let it go back to the middle, then it'll turn on. The way you turn it off, you flick it to the left and then it'll turn off. If you flick it to the right, that's the screen lock. You probably see a tiny little padlock, and if you use that, the touchscreen stops working, so you can't use the device. Handy little feature. Now when you'll be going to plug it in to the car, what we recommend you do is put the power lead on first, because it's easier that way, and then just have a play around with the bracket to start off with. Garmin have got a really good bracket here. Let's just see how it works. It's a suction cup type, so what you're going to be doing is pressing it onto the windscreen, and then this lever at the bottom, you flick it up and it sucks on. Now when you come to take it off, you flick that, but it's really important that you peel it back off, because there's still loads of suction left on there. Now it's on a sort of ball joint, so you can adjust the angle. The top is the skinny bit, the bottom is the thicker bit, and if you look in the bottom you'll see there's a little ridge. Okay, and that ridge is what snaps into the bottom of the Garmin first, and then you push the Garmin back and it snaps into place. It is worth noting that if you do go to garmin.co.uk, garmin.com, and go to the shop, you can buy beanbag mounts which allow you to mount it on the dashboard as well. Okay, so let's fix it on and then we'll flash it up and we'll get to use the device. This is my very, very, very technical saucer. So as you can see, I've just flipped it upside down because obviously I'm sticking it on a table and not a windscreen. There we go, it's locked into place. And what I'll do is I'll do this from the side so you can actually see what's going on. Let's zoom out a little bit actually. Okay. And I'm going to take it. So there we go. So we've got the device, and we're engaged in the bottom bit first, and then we're clicking it back. There we go. Okay. I'll do that. So to take it off, what we do is we flick the top bit off first, then it comes off like that. Put it back on, engage the bottom first. Whoop. Can't see what I'm doing, the camera's in the way. There we go. Flick the back bit back. Isn't that easy? So once it's in position and you're happy with the position, all we've got to do is turn it on. So turn it on, we'll flick the little switch to the left. Just let it boot up. There we go. And you should see a screen just like this when you turn it on for the first time. There we go. Select locale. So we're in the UK. So we say OK. Now, it's quite an important thing actually. That's selecting your language. Alright? So it's for the UK, it's selecting British English spoken, and it's going to do it in English as well. Obviously, if you're buying it for use in the UK, for use in Spain, and you get out of the box in Spain, don't press Spain as your location because it'll be in Spanish. Still put British English in, and then it'll find out where it is. Really important to register your product because then they'll send you information about updates. And if you see the website and go to the Garmin section in the Sat Nav section, you'll see loads of really good stuff about how to update your speed cameras and your maps and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so just warning us here about not trying to use the device while we're going along. So into the main menu screen. What you can see in the top left hand corner is our satellite strength indicator. We're inside, so it's not going to pick up a signal. I don't think it will. Top right hand corner, battery and time. And the little spanner, that takes us into the settings, and if the little speaker, we can choose to change the volume. Okay. Let's press view map, see where it goes. Okay, so it doesn't know where it is at the moment. It's a big question mark. If you're sitting in the car when you do this, after a couple of minutes it'll find where it is. When they're first out of the box, they can take between 2 and 10 minutes to get the first GPS position, but after that it remembers roughly where it is, and then when it gets outside and you turn it on, it'll get a lock very quickly. However, if you leave it in the box for a while and don't use it, and it goes flat, then you'll need to go through that startup process again. To get back to the main menu, let's just press menu. So the most powerful thing, obviously, where do we want to go somewhere, don't we? So let's press the where to button, and then there's a number of ways of finding your destination. You can have the address, so that would be the town and the road. You could have the postcode. You can also navigate to things like petrol stations and cash points and car parks, cities, and we can save stuff. But let's take them one at a time. So let's try address first. So we tap address, and it says what country is in the address. Well, I want to go somewhere in England. Select city or postal code. So I don't know. Let's try a postcode first. So what we're going to do, SO. So we put our letters in first. Now remember as well, with your O's and your zeros, don't get them mixed up. Make sure if it's an O, you put an O, and if it's a zero, put a zero. And if it doesn't work, it probably put it the wrong way around. Now I don't need numbers next, so I press the 1, 2, 3 button, and let's put in SO12, 4, and then we'd put the rest in. I'm just making one up here. Let's see if it finds it. No, it didn't find it. Let's start again. SO14, and then I'd complete it. And then you'll just come up straight with your one, but it doesn't know one. So let's try that one. And now it's going to ask me the house number. So I'll put number 23 in. Press done. So have a look. So there we go. It's coming up with potential addresses for that. So I'll just select the right one, and it's coming up with where I want to go. Now, what you can do at this point is press show map. Now, it's a good idea to get into this because that's showing you your destination. If you're doing postcodes, imagine if you, I don't know, what's a good one? Say you were, say you had a PO postcode for Portsmouth, and you're going somewhere in Portsmouth, but you didn't put PO, you put PL, which is Plymouth. You'd end up hundreds of miles away from where you want to be, but by pressing show map, you can just do a quick sense check and check that's okay. So we press back, and then we press go. there we go, and that's it. I'll put it in demo mode next so you can actually see what happens. Now if you ever want to put it in demo mode just to have a play around, you press the little spanner, go into settings, go into system, and see where it says GPS simulator, turn that to on, press OK, back, and then we're at the main menu. Remember though that when you go to using the car, make sure you turn the GPS simulator off, otherwise it will just pretend all the time and won't actually do it. Okay, so let's put a town in next, so I'll say no to that. Where to? And we want to go to address again in England, but we don't know the postcode, so we're going to put the town in. So let's go to London. So as I'm typing, now sometimes when you'll type it will guess the rest of the word for you. So it's given me a few options, so I want to go London in London. House number, I'll tell you what, I know where we'll go. Let's go to number 10. And let's see if this comes up. Downing, there we go. Now, as you can see, Downing, there's a court and a street in London. So we choose that one. And it's saying there's a 10 Downing Street and a 10 Downing Court. So we just check Downing Street. And again, if I'm really clever, I press show map. There's Downing Street. Go. Because I've already put in a previous address with that postcode, what I need to now do is say, well, do I want to go there as a via and then carry on to my original destination, or do I want to set as a new one? In this case, I'm going to set it as a new destination. Now it's working out the route. Do I want to simulate it? I'm going to say yes, so you can see what happens.
Drive 500 feet, then turn right.
So this sort of thing you'll see. Next turn, estimated time of arrival. If you needed to repeat what she's going to say,
right.
Press that button again.
Turn right.
And it'll come up. Also, if you press this
Turn
button,
right.
in this screen you can review all the turns. Okay? And also, if you press that one, that turns
5.3 miles.
That turns it into
left.
just having directions like that, which is quite cool. And then if you press this one, you get into the trip meter. We won't really go into them because they're a little bit more advanced. But as you can see, you follow the pink line, you listen to what she's saying, and she'll take you to where you want to go. Okay, let's stop that one. Right, let's try going to a nearest petrol station this time. So we would go where to? Into points of interest menu, which is food, hotels, etc. And then there's loads of stuff in here. Have a play around. If we go up and down, and we want to find the nearest petrol station, so we press fuel. Then in order of distance from where we are, we've got the petrol station. So I know, let's say I've got a Texaco card, so I want to go to Texaco, so I press that. As you can see, it comes up with the phone number. Well, you wouldn't need the phone number for a petrol station, but you know, if it's one of the others, you might well need that. So let's say go. It works out the route.
Drive 0.2 miles, then turn left.
But then I think, actually no, I'm a bit hungry. I want to book a room at a hotel and a restaurant. So let's have a look at that. So menu, where to, food, hotels. There we go. Lodging.
Turn left.
Where are we going to go? Let's have a look, see where it could be nice. Ooh, let's go to the Royal Adelphi. That sounds posh, doesn't it? But look, there's the phone number as well, so I could ring them up and say, could I have a reservation for 2, please? And
drive
reserve me a time for tonight.
Miles, then turn right.
Probably the one you use the most actually is you'll be in the screen and you think, right, I need to find the nearest car park. So you go where to, food, hotels,
turn right, then keep left.
Press the down button, and there we go, parking. There's your nearest car parks. Select it, Euro car park, go. Set as a new destination.
Turn right, then keep left, keep left.
So there you go. So that's showing you the basic ways of using postcodes and addresses to find your destinations.
Drive 0.3 miles, then enter roundabout.
And also, we've shown you how to find your nearest points of interest if you get into trouble, you need petrol or food or cash or something like that. Let's have a look at a couple of the other options as well before we move on. So where to, so we've looked at addresses, we've looked at points of interest, recently found. So if we press this, all the places we've just put in are there. So if you stop the car and you know, at a service station when you're on the motorway and you came back to it, obviously you've taken the sat nav in with you, you haven't left it in the car, and you turned it on, you'd have to put the address in again, but you just go to recently found and select that. Favourites. Aha, right. So in here we can store loads and loads of different things. As you can see, go home. If we press that though, I haven't put the address in yet, but you would put your address in, and then from that point on, if you go into favourites and press go home, it'll take you home straight away. Remember, the sat nav knows where it is, you just need to tell it where to go. Extras, you play around with those. There's things like custom points of interest stuff you can put on, but don't worry about that. Intersections, they really use that in the States. So you're saying, can I go to the corner of High Street and West Street? We don't really use that here. Cities, so this is where you could just put in, I want to go to Edinburgh, I want to go to Cardiff, etc. Obviously bear in mind with those ones that it does class them as a different country, so make sure you put in Scotland and Wales for that. Browse map, this is quite cool. What you can do with the browse map feature is you can zoom in and out, and then if you've got any friends who've never seen a sat nav, this is one of the coolest things. Put your finger on the map and you can drag, and then you can pick a point. So actually I need to go there, and then we can zoom in. Look at that, and if you tap the roads it comes up with a road name, and we can say, right, I want to go there, and we're off.
Drive 0.2 miles, then turn right.
Where else have we got? Cities, browse map, coordinates. That's the final one. That's telling you if you're into geocaching, you can put that in. So there we go. So that's your basic guide to using your Nuvi 200. We've shown you how to navigate to destinations. Have a play around, have a look at the FAQ video, the other one that's the next one that's on the site, and if you've got any questions, by all means email me. Remember, you can't break it, just have a play around and really get used to using it. It's a fantastic device, and it takes all the hassle and all the fear out of driving. Okay, thanks for watching.